Conor McGregor is finished, and I don't mean washed, I mean decomposing. You're not watching a fighter fade, you're watching a man rot. He was never meant to grow old. Not because of some poetic warrior death, but because he was never built to live without chaos. Take away the crowd, the glory, the war drums, and what's left? A shell. A body dressed in designer hiding the screaming inside. Everyone thinks the downfall started with Dustin. No. It started the night Khabib wrapped his arm around Conor's throat like a leash and squeezed until the illusion died.
Can you imagine, okay, no herb in here. What he gonna do? He's gonna die. And it was like not enough for me.
This was not a fight. This was a public execution. The warrior act, the king of the mic, the king of the cage, all of it dissolved in front of millions. He got violated and then left on his knees, watching Khabib fly over the cage like a demon. That night did not only end in a submission, it ended in psychological exile. Conor has never come back. Not really. But then came Cowboy. And for a second, he thought he found the spark again. He beat a man who had already quit years ago. A corpse in gloves. A souvenir win to sell whiskey and buy more time. He should have left right then and there. That was his exit. Clean and simple. A final illusion of dominance. But he didn't take it. Because men like Conor don't know when to stop. They confused the sound of applause with the beating of their own hearts. So he walked back into the fire. Dustin didn't just beat him, he exposed him. One clean KO, one catastrophic leg snap, and years of manufactured masculinity came crumbling down. There he was, sitting in the dirt, screaming, frothing, desperate to keep control of the narrative like a child who just dropped his ice cream. Dr. Stoppage! No, Conor, that was life stopping you from pretending to be what you're not. And Joe Rogan crouched next to him like a mortician waiting for his last breath. He just made the death feel official. It's not the powder, it's not the millions, it's not even the fame. Conor McGregor was always like this. Arrogant, insecure, addicted to the noise. The only thing that ever made it work was the fact that he won. Winning covered the cracks. The violence made the madness beautiful. But when you strip all that away, you see what was always underneath. A boy trying to scream over the sound of his own self-hatred. Now that the crowd is gone, the silence is deafening. And he'll do anything to replace it. And so he sends it. The photo, the meat, the desperate gasp of a man who can't be seen as a warrior anymore. He knew it would leak. That was the point. Because if the spiritual manhood is dead, the biological one becomes a monument. If you can't inspire respect, maybe you can spark envy. It's not lust, it's a cry for help dressed as dominance. And it's pathetic. And then Dustin retires, and Conor sees the ghosts. Because he knows the broadcast will roll the footage, that footage, of him sitting in the filth with a broken leg and a mouthful of rage. A beggar in silk. And he can't handle that. So what does he do? He drowns it out. Leaks, tweets, chaos, drama. If he can't win the fight, he'll poison the internet. If he can't stand tall, he'll make sure nobody else gets their moment either. He wants Dustin's farewell to taste like ashes. This is self-destruction written in real time. One photo, one scandal, one desperate outburst at a time. McGregor doesn't want to fight again. He wants to feel alive again. But he only ever knew how to feel alive through violence and validation. And now both have turned their backs on him. So what does he do? He burns the house down. He screams into the void. And he takes pictures in the mirror because it's the only thing that still reflects who he used to be. You are not watching a legend and you're not watching a warrior. You are watching a man undo himself. A slow, humiliating dissection of a legacy that could have been eternal. But now, it'll be remembered for all the wrong reasons.
May we rise above the night sky!